there's a big gap there, you know what I mean? And I want people to understand that. So when Shorty's telling people that, yeah, he's 20-some years old, that goes to show the part of the era that he's in, that I came into light and started going crazy, that these kids love me. They don't really know who Nas is. If he's 22, he's born in 03.
Not all of them. Some of them know. But
you know what I mean?
A lot of them know.
Yes.
But it's the era.
Some music.
No,
there's some kids that.
No, I love that.
There's some kids that love hip hop.
20, so I mean,
but he's your son.
He's your son.
You know?
He's your son.
No, but he knows.
My son, my son can't tell you one Nas record. You heard? Like, let's keep it a buck here.
Yeah, but
like,
let's
keep it a buck. You heard? Let's keep it a buck, because you'll bring it up. There must be some type of misconception or what's that word? When it comes to Jim Jones and what Jim Jones have done in this game. A lot of these rappers,
we made them take the darkies off.
A lot of these rappers have done a tremendous job, and I take nothing away from them. But they forget, I got a hell of a catalog. Me, Jim Jones, myself, gold records, platinum records, gold albums, platinum albums. No, me, Jim Jones. No diplomats, no nobody else. Me, Jim Jones. Check my track record.
I am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV, and all I ask is don't judge me on my past, but judge me on my present. This has nothing to do with the clip we're about to watch. I just had to say that. Anyways, we got Fat Joe, Jim Jones, and Jadakiss on the screen, right? Now, while Jadakiss is sitting here being one of the top 10 greatest rappers of all time, I'm glad the internet agreed with me on that one. Like, I'm really glad that, like, I was, like, so happy when the internet was, like, when we were having that discussion in my video about it. I think we had talked about Joe Budden bringing it up, I think. And everybody chose Jadakiss over the game. And wow, I wouldn't necessarily call that disrespectful, because the game is a top, like, either way, both of them amazing rappers. It's just one is God tier level and the other one is a great tier level. But when it comes down to it, Jadakiss is God tier. So it was good to see that the internet agreed with me. I agreed with the internet, and everything went off as it should. And then when it comes down to it, Jim Jones is sitting on this couch, and he basically gets upset when he starts to get compared to Nas. And this is turned into an interesting debate on the internet, and that's why we're here, to debate hip-hop, debate rap, also talk about the people that are in hip-hop, in rap, and the media that is that as well. I'm just a conduit for all of that. We're just here to talk about music. At least that's what I try to make it about. Sometimes we get into politics. Sometimes we might get into sports. Hell, sometimes we might talk about a movie. You never know over here at I Am Savvy Mike TV. You never know. And yeah, most certainly, 9 times out of 10, if a nigga got a case, we're probably bringing it up. Like now, Fat Joe has a case. He got a weird case. You might want to ask why he's around. And this is a weird case dealing with a minor. Now, this is all alleged, but he did get sued for, I think, $26 million by his ghostwriter. He's getting called out for having a ghostwriter as well. So, but this clip went viral before all of that. Like, this clip, it went viral, and then it probably happened the next day. Like, it literally happened the next day. So, Fat Joe is in some hot water right now for sure, but we're not here to talk about that. I'm just updating you on how I feel about everyone on this guy. And when it comes down to it, Jim Jones, he dissed Pusha T. I'm sure Pusha T is going to. But see, that's the thing. People were like, why is he so worried about Travis Scott? Shouldn't he be? We got a whole album coming. I'm sure Pusha T gave Jim Jones a few verses in that. I'm sure. We just got to wait and see. We got to wait and listen. But no, you don't lead with dissing Jim Jones, the nigga that's barely rapping anymore. I mean, he's rapping. He's still rapping. Don't get me wrong. Jim Jones is still out there rapping, but it's not to the level of what Pusha T is doing. So, give or take, you just take it how it is, and you're just like, it is what it is. But yeah, so Jim Jones is just like, he's standing on business. He's like, I'm one of them, and y'all gonna respect me as one of them. And so when he gets compared to Nas, he's like, that's disrespectful. Let's listen.
I recently saw a clip on Instagram where a young kid was comparing you to Nas and saying that you got
Yeah, that's my young boy.
big hits.
He's wild.
Yo, he looked to you. He learned how to wear the BB Simon belt from you. He got his swag. Like, how crazy is that? Because in my era, you know what I'm saying? Nas is like a god.
In my
right?
in my era too. I mean,
So to
well,
be compared,
let me
that young kid out.
let me
he was young and we loved that he loved Jim Jones. I want you to break it down.
Let's break this down. I admired Nas, but remember Nas' first record, The Barbecue, came out when I was in 11th grade.
Yes.
So Nas was my idol when I was young. Like you did, came to dressing, the wordplay, the music, everything. I was a superior Nas fan. Period. I'd never take that away from him. But then as I got in the game, you got to realize that your rivals would be idols, and not to take anything away from that. I developed my own style and my own lane that these kids start to gravitate towards the same way I gravitated towards Nas when I was younger and things like that. It's a whole different generation. We talking about 94, 93. I was in 11th grade. Nigga, it's 2025. There's a big gap there, you know what I mean? And I want people to understand that. So when Shorty's telling people that, yeah, he's 20-some years old, that goes to show the part of the era that he's in, that I came into light and started going crazy, that these kids love me. They don't really know who Nas is. If he's 22, he's born in 03.
Not all of them. Some of them know. But
You know what I mean?
A lot of them don't.
Yes.
But it's the era.
Some music.
No,
There's some kids that.
no, I love that.
There's some kids that love
My
hip
son's
hop.
20, so I mean,
But he's your son.
He's your son.
know?
He's your son.
No, but he knows.
My son,
they know about
my son
Nas.
can't tell
But-
you one Nas record. You heard? Like, let's keep it a buck here.
Yeah, but
like,
let's
keep it a buck. You heard? Let's keep it a buck because you'll bring it up. There must be some type of misconception or what's that word? When it comes to
Miscommunication.
Jim Jones and what Jim Jones have done in this game. A lot of these rappers.
We made him take the darkies off.
A lot of these rappers have done a tremendous job, and I take nothing away from them. But they forget, I got a hell of a catalog. Me, Jim Jones, myself. Gold records, platinum records, gold albums, platinum albums. No, me, Jim Jones. No diplomats, no nobody else. Me, Jim Jones. Check my track record.
Okay, and while I agree with Jim Jones here, I do. He does have hits. He does have albums that sold over 1 million records. But so does Nas. And just because your son doesn't listen to Nas, that's more so probably on you than it is on him. Because regardless of it, Nas is a hip-hop legend. One of the greatest of all time, rap-wise. I'm sorry, Jim Jones. You are not one of the greatest. Some would put Cameron over you. Like, that's just how it is, you know? And I'm not even, you know, I know I got the NYC shit on, and this is fitting for this video, I guess. But I'm not from New York, but I know New York niggas that will definitely put Cameron over Jim Jones when it comes down to it. So, regardless of it, like, yeah, you got this and you got that. But when it comes to the impact that Nas was able to make, like, okay, yeah, you got all that on your jacket, and Nas has a lot on his jacket too. Made a classic record at 17, did this, did that. Like, Nas is a fucking, like I said, one of the greatest to ever do it. But he also won a rap beef with fucking Jay-Z. Like, Jim Jones, have you ever won a rap beef with Jay-Z? So, you know, you might want to calm down. Like, you know, Nas is him. He's him. You're somebody, but Nas is him, bro.
Then check everybody else's track record. Then go to the billboards and check all my entries. Then check all them niggas' entries and shit like that. And I'm not taking nothing away from nobody, but I hear the comparisons and then niggas be trying to act funny when it comes. No, I've been spanking a lot of this shit. I'm talking about the industry. I've been putting on. So let's not get into that where we get into numbers and I got to show you the statistics of what I've done. You heard to what other people was done. You heard them. You want to go to the billboard entries, pull up Nas billboard entries, then pull up my billboard entries.
Listen, we can't compare the two. What I'm trying to tell you is
I want to go there. I want to go down the line now because now we going down the line. He's a rapper and I'm a rapper.
Listen,
let's go say.
By the way, I want to say somebody did pull up the entries and it was not in favor of Jim Jones. It wasn't. at all.
Statistically,
It feels great.
No, but I want to go statistically because
all right, can I say something?
when people be like,
I feel the same
they go
way.
off
We
the
all
hype
feel the
and
same
forget
way.
about the numbers. You heard? My numbers back up.
Let me step up to the forefront. Us in the music of hip hop culture have a problem. Is a thing, and there's nothing. The world goes off numbers, but in hip hop, we don't pay enough homage to those before us the correct way, and sometimes it's even myself. So it
Agreed.
gets no other genre of music. Fucking, I don't even know who to use.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, hip hop is like basketball.
Jelly Roll's never gonna say that about
hip hop is like basketball.
Jelly Roll.
John Morant get on the call with LeBron. He's going to kill LeBron. So this is what this is
any
about.
Song, any of that shit is murder.
This is what this is about.
That don't got nothing
There's
to do
nothing
with
that could. There's never is me. Putting me up against anybody. I'm taking me every time. Every time.
Supposed to.
Okay,
every
but
time.
let me say something though, Jim.
In every category,
Jim,
I get busy.
You started off
supposed
saying
to
you
feel
grew
like
up
that.
watching Nas.
Of
The only
course, I
problem,
didn't take that away from
the
him.
only situation I'm saying now to you, right? There is no situation.
I always tell people
kids
that
should
story.
worship you.
You fucking started.
No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing. I did not know
Nas
it was
gonna be
going
mad
there.
at you because you're really friends with him.
He gonna be
You heard?
mad at you.
What? Why would Nas be mad at Jadakiss and Fat Joe? You're the one comparing your catalog to his and saying it's better. And then, but he did kind of come back around to, well, what y'all expect me to do? Like, I'm a rapper. I am who I am. I'm gonna always think I'm better than somebody else. But I do agree with Jadakiss when it comes down to it. It's like, okay, but you can't pull up statistics. Like, at the end of the day, we have to talk about impact and pay homage to those that made that impact. You said you grew up listening to Nas, which is crazy. Who's older? I don't know. But either way, you said you was in high school when Nas first was coming out and dropping. So you looked up to that. You wanted to be like, so even you understand the impact then, because he made that exact impact on you. So you cannot dilute it just because you want to put yourself on a pedestal. That's the problem, Jim Jones. That's the problem. You're diluting. You're pushing Nas down. Like, yeah, I was fucking inspired by him, but fuck him. What? How can you be inspired by somebody, but then go, I surpassed them, when you truly really haven't? Because you haven't made the same impact that Nas made. You brung up clothes. When it came down to it, Nas made an impact when it came to music. Fuck the fashion shit. And let's be honest, I don't really see no niggas dressing like Jim Jones. Let's be honest. I'm just keeping it a buck. But, you know, in his head, that's what he see. He see niggas swagger jack him. I'm going to let him have it. But regardless of it, that doesn't compare to having an impact on hip-hop and rap music, especially the one that Nas had on it. Period. Point blank. That's all I have to say. Let me know what you feel in the comments below. And as always, this is I Am Savvy Mike. Well, I am Savvy Mike. This isn't I am Savvy Mike. And that's where we're at. This is I Am Savvy Mike TV. Please make sure you like the video. It helps the algorithm. If you're at least still here listening to this video, that means you probably like. That's why I don't say it in the beginning. I'm like, I'd rather say it at the end because the person at the end stayed. So they at least fucking with me, right? Right? So just like the video. And if you really fucking with me, hit that subscribe button, man. But like the video. If any, just go click the button. That's all you got to do. That's it. Either way, I am Savvy Mike, as always, in this second time. I am Savvy Mike TV. Peace.